question is how do chocolate chips not melt when they're baked in cookies and cooked?
Thank you, Aidan in Dubai, for that really interesting question. I had never wondered about that issue, but investigating it, I have learned a lot, and it was fun. I hope you'll learn a lot as well, and I hope you'll enjoy it as well. The first thing I thought this was a very easy question because I know chocolate melts in your pocket, a bar of chocolate, and it goes a bit soft and a bit soggy and a little bit unpleasant. And I thought, ice flows when you heat it and it becomes liquid, and I'm sure chocolate does the same as well. So I thought, the first thing I thought was maybe they use a different kind of chocolate to the chocolate that's in an ordinary eating chocolate. Maybe they use cooking chocolate, and my wife Tricia, she's got cooking chocolate. So the first thing I thought we'd do, maybe we should make some cookies, which is always a good idea to do, and she should use some cookies with eating chocolate, and some cookies we should put little chips of cooking chocolate in it. Then I thought about a little bit more, and maybe, the cookie sort of holds the chocolate chip. So maybe that stops the chocolate chips, the little pieces, from running. Maybe they melt and they get held by the chocolate chip cookie and they don't run. So I thought what we should do is we should put some chips on the top of a cookie, sort of standing proud, they call it, and see if those run. So Patricia made some cookies. That's the good news. Like most moms, Trish is an excellent cook. And I'll tell you another fact. Joshua in Auckland, he's also an excellent cook. That mixture looks good. So Trish made 2 batches of cookies. She made 1 batch of cookies with eating chocolate chips and the other batch with cooking chocolate chips. This would let us test to see if the cooking chocolate melts at a higher temperature than normal eating chocolate, and if the temperature is sufficiently high, because you make chocolate chip cookies at about 180 degrees C. We also wanted to test if the chocolate melts during cooking, but maybe the cookie dough supports the chocolate and prevents the chocolate from flowing all over the cookie. To test this, Trish put the 2 different types of chocolate chips on top of some of the cookies, sticking up out of the dough, and then we would check whether these samples ran. Into the oven, we were very confident that we would soon be able to give Aidan a good answer. At last, while we waited 10 minutes for the cookies to cook, we were very keen to see and to taste the results of our experiment. The experiment tasted excellent. It was marvelous. But did we find the answer to Aidan's question? No! None of the chocolate flowed. Even the different sample pieces on the very top of the cookies remained sticking up. They didn't flatten out or anything. So where are we now? We've got for special chocolate, the result was neither the cooking chocolate nor the eating chocolate flows. And for whether our idea about maybe the cookie itself, the dough somehow holds the chocolate in place and prevents it from flowing, no, the chocolate that was free of the dough did not flow. Very, very puzzling. Well, then I had another idea. What if, seems crazy, but what if somehow the cookie dough itself somehow affected the chocolate, and maybe it released a special chemical or something? So we put cooking chocolate and eating chocolate chips, the 2 chips, just loose on a plate without any cookies anywhere near them, on a plate, and I put it in the oven for the same length of time as we cooked the cookies, for 10 minutes, the same temperature. Everything, we tried to make everything the same, just simply took the cookies away. Let's see what happened. So we put the chocolate in and watched it very, very carefully to make sure the conditions are all the same. At the end of 10 minutes, we took the chocolate out and it was exactly the same results. I suppose it was to be expected. It was a bit of a silly expectation, but it's useful to repeat experiments. I prodded the chocolate with a toothpick to see if there was perhaps a skin on the chocolate, a bit like custard makes. There wasn't really at all. The chocolate chips tended to shatter a little bit. So they'd undergone some kind of chemical change. And by the way, I tasted them. They didn't taste that good. Well, so where are we now? The free chocolate didn't flow. This is on a plate without any cookies on it. So puts paid to that idea. Then I had another idea. I'm getting a little bit desperate now. Perhaps 10 minutes, which is a long time at 180 degrees C. Perhaps 10 minutes is not long enough. Maybe the chocolate needed longer to melt. I don't think that was true, but it's investigated. So I put the chocolate that had been cooking for 10 minutes, and it was already pretty warm. I put it in the microwave, in the oven again. It's another 20 minutes. So 20 plus 10 makes 30, that's half an hour. So it was in the oven for a total of half an hour. When I took it out, same result. It didn't melt, didn't flow at all. And I'll tell you a secret. I thought I would taste it. I thought I would eat it now because I'd given up. It didn't taste very nice. It had actually been in the oven for so long that it had changed its composition. It actually got a bit burnt. It wasn't very nice. So this is what we have now. Half an hour, that doesn't melt the chocolate. Nothing does. What is going on? Well, we'll have to go and watch part 2 of the Ask Peter video to see the answer. There is an answer though. That's the good news.